to episode 122, part 1 of Top Rope Reality. This big Survivor Series weekend.
Right here. Survivor Series last night. What a show. We'll get to that.
Show. You're right about that. Let's start off with this man. Oh my God! Get Joey Styles has been told by two other companies that his services will not be needed anymore.
But for what I understand, because the two more promotions are Beyond Wrestling, which I'd never heard of. But apparently they're part of the Flow Sports, Flow Slam deal. Beyond Wrestling and, what's the other one called that he was at? Evolve. Mm-hmm. But here's the bad thing. He did say that at an Evolve show where the executive vice president, or whatever he is, of Flow Slam was there. Because it was the first event that was supposed to be on the app or whatever. So, yeah, he kind of screwed up on that one. Yeah. But then CHIKARA, Mike Quackenbush, he's the owner of that company. Yes. He's very, family oriented in this, so he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. So, but it's interesting.
I can understand both sides.
Some of it's interesting though. Joey Styles has said this is what he's claimed, that things didn't go the way they were supposed to with the interview he was supposed to do with, I guess, Stokely Hathaway, and he got flustered. Someone at a show I was at last night said, "You've been doing this for like 25 years, and one thing went wrong and you got flustered." So the one mandate that Gabe says, do not talk political, the one thing he tells you not to do, and you do it because you got flustered?
Yeah, no.
I think that's a cop-out.
That is a cop-out, I do believe.
So,
Styles.
More than likely, he was planning on saying something political just to go against the grain, because he also claimed that he told Gabe to fire him publicly. You probably didn't need to tell Gabe that. Gabe was probably going to do it anyway.
Yeah, that is true.
They got to make an example of you, because not only is Evolve part of Flow Slam and WWN Live, but they have a huge partnership with NXT. So Gabe's not going to screw that up.
You don't want no, definitely not. No.
Because he's getting a little bit of bank off of these guys getting hired off of his company.
Of course.
Because they're rating him and Ring of Honor. These companies are making bank off of it, though.
Yes. And
they've thrown him a little something.
And the way people have taken, you think you say something bad about Donald Trump and people will go ahead and be against you. Well, they love Donald Trump, and they're gonna really turn their back. You'll lose customers that way.
It's a little bit of both.
It is a little bit of both.
Because I even saw an article. I know this is a tiny bit off subject, but Kanye West apparently is saying that he is for Donald Trump. And I was like, I thought he was totally against it the whole time. And then he said if he did vote, he would have voted Donald Trump. And he called out Beyonce and Jay-Z for going with Hillary. And then his concert lasted 30 minutes because after every song he would go on a rant about political stuff, and he ended up getting booed off the stage. So it's like those people more than likely were against Trump. But then, you have the group of people like Wanda Sykes who was going off on Donald Trump, and they booed her off the stage because she was attacking Donald Trump. So it's the country is divided, people.
It is divided. Well, let's talk about.
But wrestling is not.
No,
wrestling is the one place where we can all come together.
Yeah.
And we can enjoy this because my boy. See where we went there?
I see it. Your boy.
My boy. Tony Nese. Anthony Nese. Premier athlete?
Yes, he's the premier athlete.
Officially signed. But the WWE no longer pay by appearance. No longer, hey, you're here every now and then.
Have you seen the video where Regal offered him the contract?
Yes.
Oh, it's
in the ring. Fred Yehi was in there. I know you don't know who that is.
I've seen him.
Anyway, he goes, yeah. Anyway, and his girlfriend is part of the professionals. Anywho, he did a sign by the WWE, and we're thinking Gulak probably next.
Yeah, I believe so.
We're just waiting on the formalities.
And there'll be another one if he ain't already.
Who that?
But
who the other one?
Well, I guess they've already signed. They're just getting all the
Who it is?
T's crossed, I's dotted. Lince Dorado.
See, I thought he was already signed.
Well, they're just getting the intellectually properties of him. So we're gonna take your name, and then we're gonna work off that. So
who's gonna take
this? WWE. See, there has purchased the intellectual.
WWE has purchased the intellectual property rights to Lince Dorado from CHIKARA Pro, where the character was originally developed. But see, and here's the thing. Here's the thing for Lince though, because I follow him on Facebook and everything.
Yes.
him and a few other wrestlers have multiple mask gimmicks. So this is not like, okay, when he leaves WWE, which you know eventually will happen.
Of course, yeah.
The Cruiserweight thing will die out like it did before.
Yes.
Anyway, and he'll need a gimmick because they'll own the rights to it.
Yes.
He's got other gimmicks because I've seen it, you know, where him and some other non-masked wrestlers put on masks and have other gimmicks.
Yes.
So, you know.
Yeah, we know
he'll
that,
be all right.
You don't have a mask, and you have a mask, or somebody else, yeah.
He'll be okay. We do know that. But he'll be all right. But this is, you know I was very disappointed in this here.
Yes, you were.
The Miz defeated Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. Miz is now in a league of 3. With, I believe, 2 people that are not in good standing with WWE. I believe I heard it on the YouTube video that Morrow said that he's in a league with Jeff Jarrett. And I believe Mark Barrow as one of 3 only people to be 6-time Intercontinental Champion.
I might have caught it myself. I think
I'll go back and listen to it.
I think you're right about Jeff Jarrett. I remember hearing about Jeff Jarrett.
It's another one.
You're like, did I just hear Jeff Jarrett?
Right, but I think it's Mark Barrow. I don't know. Well, I'll go back and listen. But I couldn't believe that. I was like, they just brought up JEFF.
What is that? Is that just...
We're buying Global Force. I mean, there's nothing much to buy.
No. Hey, they'll get a TV. They'll get a network.
They'll get it on the network. Exactly.
Yes.
Yay! Magnus will be the champion still.
Oh, Magnus is big say. You can take this bet. I'm going into NXT.
Hey, man. But yeah, I'm not very happy with the Miz. I mean, I knew what they were doing, though.
I'd rather have seen Dolph and Sami.
Dolph and Sami would have tore down the house. And I'm okay with Miz. I don't hate Miz like a lot of people do. But I didn't want to see the whole, it's got to be a heel versus face.
Yeah.
Let it be face versus face. Dolph and Sami would have done a better match.
Yeah.
But tonight, we obviously know that it will now be Sami trying to get the title from The Miz to bring the Intercontinental title to Mania.
Right, as Kalisto tries to get the title off of Brian Kendrick.
So I think
to bring Kendrick and the whole division to SmackDown.
Here's the bad part, though. Those, when Sami gets the Intercontinental title, and I've already predicted that. Anyway, and brought it over to Raw so that they could swap those 2 titles.
Yes.
The Cruiserweight title is not a mid-card belt for the heavyweights, though. So you have both your mid-card titles on one. They better get a TV motherflipping title because that means The Miz and Dolph and all those guys have nothing to fight for anymore.
Unless Miz gets traded. That may trade him away.
What, get the Intercontinental title back? Zayn and give them The Miz?
It may happen.
Look, we'll let you have The Miz. We want our belt back along with Sami Zayn. And then, this is very interesting.
It is
next one here.
Oh, backwards, one way. Forward, that's it, yes.
Forwards. The big Van Vader. It's Vader time.
Yeah,
Live long and prosper. That's awkward. Because he says his doctors have told him he has...
doctors. He's talked to 2 doctors.
2 doctors.
Yes.
That he has 2 years left to live, which I saw a former wrestler post about this, says he thinks he's being dramatic because it's congestive heart failure, and congestive heart failure can eventually kill you, but it's also treatable. It's not. It's not curable. But I'm assuming, has he not been treating it, or
he just found out,
or he just found out this long? I mean, and he just never knew.
But then they threw in Mick Foley, talking about him needing to go into the Hall of Fame next year.
I just hope that that's not a reason he's saying all this.
I hope not either.
But you know it's probably going to happen. Because you know they don't want that bad publicity. Well, we waited too long for China. That's his dad.
Vader told us he only had 2 years. We got to get him in there.
We should have listened. I mean, we just procrastinated, and now Vader is down.
And now he goes in as the dead celebrity, and somebody else has to talk for him. So.
Right.
Now this one, next one.
Oh my gosh! Why did ESPN waste their
30 for 30?
That's their little documentaries.
Yes, it is.
Video.
I'm gonna check.
The Ric Flair one was good. The Scott Hall one was good. I mean, it was sad back then. But anyway. 30
for 30 ESPN because they got some connections to WWE. Also.
Well, now because Jonathan Coachman, who's now doing wrestling convention signings. Interesting, right?
But yeah, XFL. I mean,
it was ahead of its time.
It was ahead of its time, but also they crapped on it from the get-go. They didn't give it, hey, this is not the NFL, this is XFL. It's totally two different things. We do this time, we do XFL this time. Totally different time of the year.
Oh, so they had different seasons.
Yes, they didn't run the same, but they didn't run equal.
Which is good.
But the funny thing about it is,
there's too much wrestling involved.
So crappy about the XFL that we're going to take stuff that you invented and going to put it toward this. So.
Yeah, because the NFL didn't have the overhead shots, did they?
Nope.
Until XFL happened, which they'll definitely talk about that on here.
Oh yes.
Which Vince needs to be getting some pocket money for that.
Yeah, he probably is.
But anyway, the air date is February the 2nd, so be looking for that February 2nd.
2017.
Of 2017, yeah, because if it's 2016, then we're behind. But yeah, so, I mean, that'll be interesting, but at the same time, I don't really, I think they screwed up because The Rock was on there, Jesse Ventura, Jim Ross. They didn't need wrestling people on there.
I know. There's other ways you could have done it.
I think that's where they went wrong. They had too much wrestling involved.
Well, let's talk about what happened last
Takeover!
night.
Which I have not watched it yet. I was traveling to a show selling them gimmicks.
Yes, but it'd be well worth the wait.
5 matches, ladies and gentlemen, and then you opened up
And it rolled over 30 minutes pretty much over what they had scheduled for it.
I thought it was a 2-hour thing.
It was, but it went till 9:30 Central Time.
Oh.
But they had a tape for 3, which was a repeat, so they put their cushion in there to where if they went over some, they'd be fine. So.
But yeah, so the first match was Bobby Roode coming out to the Glorious Choir.
Glorious!
Yes, you got the new shirt, finally. The Glorious Choir. What do you have, like a 100-piece choir?
There was a lot of people there. Yes.
Bobby Roode, hometown boy, defeated the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, also the hometown boy. And I just hope he does not get pigeonholed into being the jobber, because that was the whole thing they talked about when he used to be in ECW and he was a jobber.
And OVW.
And OVW. I just hope that they give him his next feud to where he can actually...
Yeah, he needs the next feud, needs to win. I mean,
he's got
Bobby
to.
Roode, we understand. Bobby Roode is moving on to the next step. So.
What is the next step for Bobby Roode? Because
Hold on.
We'll talk about that in a minute on the championship. But the second match, which I thought was interesting... I think they should have separated the tag team matches.
Yeah, I did too. I wasn't sure I was going to go, but then they started running promos for the next match, and it was a tag team. So like, okay, well, I guess we're going back to back. But the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals, the Authors of Pain versus TM61.
Called that like 400 miles away.
And, well, I mean, it works. So
it needed to happen.
They added something that they used to do in the 80s and early 90s.
Yes,
Shark Cage. So the manager cannot get involved, as he was involved the whole time during the tournament to help his team advance on. But they put Paul underneath 13 feet above the ring in the cage.
That would make me so nervous. Ugh. But he's used to it because he's been in it before.
But I think they made a mistake.
Or was it JJ?
I think the finish got changed a little bit because during the match, while the ref was tending to one of the Authors of Pain and the TM61, Ellering dropped a chain from top to the ring. And somehow it ended up in the crowd. It did. And I said, well, I don't think it was planned that way. I think it's supposed to go out to the other guy outside, and it went in the crowd.
He threw it too far?
Yeah, it went in the crowd, so they ended up doing their finisher and won the match anyway. But I said, I think the chain was supposed to come into play, but it did not. But it's still... Your Dusty Rhodes Classic, yeah, number 2.
The second annual.
The Authors of Pain. So this should move them up the ladder where they will probably get a tag team title shot.
Because up next you have the NXT Tag Team Championship 2 out of 3 falls.
Which I believe is a Match of the Year candidate because it stole the show.
Stole the show.
I mean, you watch it, you will think, so many close pins, you're thinking the match is over,
right,
and one of the teams kick out.
Because hashtag DIY, Ciampa and Gargano won 2 out of the 3 falls against the Revival, who won 1 fall, obviously, if you're counting.
Yes.
So we have new champions, and hopefully the Revival coming up to SmackDown Live. Because that's where everybody needs to go, because Raw sucks. Put all the old fogies on Raw.
Yeah,
Keep Goldberg and Brock.
That's what I'm thinking here.
Over there, that area.
I've got my SmackDown colors here.
There you go. I've got my own brand, so
Yes.
I gotta promote myself.
But yeah, that match.
But I
gave
still
them
think
plenty of time.
I still
all the
think
matches probably got plenty of time.
I still think the maybe Bobby Roode, Ty Dillinger should have been in between the two tag matches.
They could have done that.
I just don't like tag matches back to back.
Yes, but I mean I have to give credit to the crew
Because it's really technically
when
4
you
tag matches.
When you see that stuff they put up to hold the cage up there, you're thinking they got to work pretty good.
Huh. But that's what I'm saying though. Like that's actually 4 matches, 4 tag matches. Because you had 3 falls.
Yes.
And then the Tag Team Classic.
Right.
So it's technically 4 tag matches.
Oh, that was worth it. Then we have next, we have the NXT Women's Championship as Asuka defended her title against the returning Mickie James.
She was crying afterwards. I saw the videos.
Was she crying afterwards?
Yeah, they interviewed her backstage. She was
Well,
crying.
she was just so excited because she ain't been around 12,000 people in a long time. So,
I'll tell you that. Anyway.
but I love the finish. She stuck her hand up there for Asuka to shake, and Asuka looked at her hand and just held the belt and walked out.
Heel!
Did not shake hands because she's undefeated. Asuka has not been beat.
From the whole time?
The whole time she's
even
been
before
there.
the championship.
Before the championship, she has not been beat.
Wow.
Got a woman Goldberg here.
Woman Goldberg!
But hopefully Mickie James stays around.
She would beat the
more.
crap out of him.
And her husband maybe shows up sooner or later.
That would be...
And the main event
The
was for the
main.
NXT Championship.
Ooh, tag!
I saw a T there and there's a tag on here. As we had Samoa Joe challenging, I believe, for the last time.
Who came out first?
Samoa Joe came out first.
Okay, good.
The challenger came out first.
I'm just checking, making sure.
And then Shinsuke Nakamura, the champion.
With his crew of violinists. How do you say it? Violinists? Is that what they are?
Yes. There was 4 in the ring, around the ring. I mean, they had a lot of them. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw the little video, the 1-minute video.
The crowd was extremely good. That helps too.
Of course.
Because they were chanting during the Asuka match to Mickie James, Asuka's going to kill you.
Nice.
They were singing the song of Bobby Roode.
Nice.
They were doing the 10 chant for Ty Dillinger. They were on their feet for the tag team match. They loved the classic. And the world title match, they were singing with Nakamura. They were doing with Joe. I mean, it's just the crowd was in every match.
Did they do Joe's Gonna Kill You at all?
I don't remember if they did Joe, but they probably did.
Because you know that's what his...
That's his. I know. They gave it to Asuka, which is funny.
Of course, Steen Owens used to do the same thing, but he didn't like the whole kill thing, so he simmered that down. But anyway.
And a shocker, folks.
Shocker.
We have a new NXT champion, and Samoa Joe is the first ever two-time.
So he could do the DDP thing. Two-time.
And so can the Revival. Now are they going for be a 3-time
No.
NXT champion, or are they going to maybe
SmackDown.
They got to get the rematch at Royal Rumble, at Takeover for Royal Rumble weekend.
And that's fine. But then when they lose, then the Authors of Pain go into the title match against DIY.
Yeah.
And then the Authors of Pain will be the new tag team champions.
They should be.
I think that
They're
DIY is just holding on to them. So Authors of Pain
Transitional,
can
huh?
Yep.
Well, that's it, folks. This Big Survivor Series
Power.
weekend for Part 1. Come on back for Part 2. We do Bound for Glory year 14, 15, and 16.
We're finishing it out, but don't forget episode 130, Facebook Live special.
What will happen? Only have to wait and see, I guess.
Oh, none of us know. We don't even know yet. We don't even know.
Well, I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a kid.
See you in a few clicks.